Butch Hockaday is a longtime farrier and a toolmaker. I love the name, Bulldog Tools. Butch, tell us a little bit about your line of tools.
Well, we carry a line of tools from tongs to knives to hammers, all kinds of punches, stuff that I've developed or haven't developed, just have got to use and found that they work better for me as I was using them. The tongs are actually patterned from Eddie Watson's tongs. He was kind enough to give me a pair to use for a pattern, so those are actually his design, but I do hand make them. So, but all the tools are handmade, and like I said, we use them. The buddies of mine were using them, and that's kind of how I got into tool making. Just, can you make me this and you make me that? It kind of just started into a line of tools.
Well, Eddie's experience is invaluable to the farrier world. Can you show us the tongs?
Sure. We have them from anywhere from an eighth to a half, and we also have metric sizes, 8 millimeter, 9 millimeter, for some of the metrics used. They're just patterned off of a pair that I'd been using, and I liked them, and I just went and asked him, can I have a pair to try and make a pattern? And so he was kind enough to do that for me.
Well, we like to say that Eddie lives on in the hearts and the hands of farriers. I see you've got some knives and other types of punches.
Right and left-hand knives. They come with a narrow or wide blade, either one. Then I got to give credit to Shane Carter, because he came out and did several tool clinics for us and kind of got me started. I was using his knife, really liked it, and after I got to using it, it got to be a little hard to get from, because he was hand making his too, and so I just started making mine to use, and then that just turned into another thing when everybody wanted a knife. So,
do you find, since you are a working farrier, that as you use the tools in your next set of manufacturing, you'll make adjustments or tweak this or tweak that with it?
Oh yes, you'll fit everything to you as you use it. If it's the handle's a little big, you'll feel that, and you'll adjust as you go, and you'll adjust your heat treating or something if something might be too hard or too soft. So I try to use everything that I make. Punches and pritchels and whatever. We have steel handled stuff, and we also have wooden handled punches of different, E-heads, city heads, all the sizes. Hammers and stuff can be made in whatever weight you want, because they're all handmade. If you want something between a size, and I can just make it so we can do custom stuff too. And we have different styles, narrow or wide. Then we have fullers and the regular punches as well.
Now, is the weight more for the preference of the user or the job at hand?
The person using it. It has to fit your style and what you want. I'll have handles that are a little larger than some people like. They may be a little square or but that's so you can fit it to you. It's easier to fit something that's larger than try to have something that's too small and it's cramping your hand or something. So I'll make them with a little bit larger handle, and they can fit them to what they want. So that if everybody's different. Some people like big handles, little handles, whatever. And if they don't see something they like, then I can adjust to make them something that they want and send it to them.
So what are the different uses for the different heads on these hammers?
Well, cross pins are used for various stuff. I mean, mostly everybody's pulling clips and stuff with them. Then we got cone hammers that are designed for pulling clips, like a ball peen, and they come in different sizes depending on what your concave stock. You might want a little smaller head on it to get in that tight spot. But I mean, we just have different heads for different uses, and you'll find different uses for them as you use them. If you get into blacksmithing projects, you'll use the same hammer, but it'll have a whole different use for what it was intended for. So, some are just different heads for different use. You'll have to figure it out as you go.
Well, Butch, thanks for the tutorial on the hammers. Everybody wants to know, how did the name come about, Bulldog Tools?
I had a bulldog, and it was a funny story that I had a buddy come by, and he didn't like dogs. And we were shoeing a horse, and my bulldog got out. Well, he went straight for the heels of the horse. And when the horse kicked him, he flew about 15 feet and then shook it off and come right straight back. Well, when I looked over there, my buddy was hiding behind a 6x6 post. And I don't know how he got behind there, but he covered him up pretty good. He's a pretty big fella. So then they started calling me Bulldog. So that's how that got started. So when I got to making the tools, I just used that logo.
Great story. Thanks, Butch.
All right, thank you.